Did you know your dog's brain actually lights up when they smell you? Not just a tiny spark. Scientists have seen it in brain scans, glowing in the same reward centers that light up for their favorite treat. Think about that for a second. What if I told you that simple everyday things you can start doing today, could make that glow even brighter? Things backed by real science, not just guesswork. And here's the part that might surprise you. Some of them take less than 5 minutes, which makes me wonder, how many of these have you already been doing without even realizing the impact they have on your dog's happiness? So let's start with something so simple, so ordinary, you might be overlooking it every single day, but for your dog, it's pure joy at the deepest level. 1. Quality time. Together, your scent isn't just familiar to your dog. It's pure happiness running through their brain. Scientists have actually seen it on brain scans. When a dog smells their person, the reward centers light up brighter than they do for food toys or even another dog they know well. That's not just cute, that's chemistry. It means that to your dog, you are the best part of their world. And here's where it gets even more powerful. This isn't about doing anything elaborate. It's about you being fully there. No phone in your hand, no TV stealing your attention, just letting them lean into you, soaking in your scent like a warm fire on a cold night. When was the last time you gave them that kind of moment? And how many of those moments do you think you'll wish you had, back when the years have flown by? Here's the thing, those minutes matter most when you're with them. But what about the hours you're gone? Is there a way to make them feel that same sense of calm and safety, even when the house is empty? The answer is yes, and it starts with something so simple, you can set it up before you even walk out the door. 2. Classical music when you're away. A totally quiet house might feel peaceful to you, but to your dog, it can be a lonely kind of silence. Scientists tested what happens when dogs in kennels hear different kinds of music, and the results were surprising. With classical music, they barked less, paced less, and rested more. Swap it for heavy metal, and the opposite happened more, shaking less sleep, more signs of stress. It's not magic. It's the way steady rhythms and gentle melodies calm their nervous system. Imagine your dog stretched out, eyes half closed, drifting off as Bach or Pachelbel fills the room. You might not be there, but the sound reminds them the world is safe. When was the last time you left them with something comforting instead of nothing at all? You could even make a playlist just for them. A soundtrack of calm that plays whenever you step out. But here's a thought. What if there's a way to give your dog that same calm, not through sound, but through your touch, in a way that changes their mood and even their heartbeat in minutes 3? Regular physical contact. Have you ever noticed how your dog leans into your hand when you start petting them, almost like they never want you to stop? That's not in your head. When you touch your dog in a way they enjoy. Their body releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, the same ones that flood our brains when we hug someone we love. Scientists have measured it. Gentle, consistent petting can lower their heart rate and even their blood pressure. And here's the best part. It doesn't take hours. Just a few minutes fully focused on them can turn a restless day into a peaceful one. Think about it. When was the last time you set everything else aside, just to give your dog the kind of contact that tells them, without a single word, "You're safe with me"? And what if you learned exactly how and where they like to be touched? So it's not just affection, but therapy. Because while your hands can calm their heart in minutes, there's something else that can steady their whole day without you even being in the room to do it. 4. Consistent daily routines. Your dog doesn't just like knowing what's next, they thrive on it. Scientists have looked at stress hormones in dogs and found something striking when their schedule is unpredictable: cortisol spikes. But with a steady routine, those stress levels drop, and your dog moves through the day calmer, more confident, more at ease. It's not about scheduling every minute. It's about anchoring the big things. Meals at the same time. Walks they can count on. A bedtime they come to expect. To you, it might feel repetitive, but to them, it's security. Think about how they seem to know when dinner's coming, sometimes down to the minute. What does that tell you about how much they rely on those signals? And here's the real question. If you could give them that sense of certainty every single day, why wouldn't you? But even with a routine, their mind needs more than predictability. There's a way to challenge their brain so it lights up with focus and satisfaction, and it can be as simple as changing the way you hand them a treat. 5. Mental stimulation. Toys. Your dog's brain craves work just as much as their body craves exercise. Scientists tested what happens when dogs get puzzle toys every day, and the results were hard to ignore: fewer destructive habits, calmer behavior, and more signs of satisfaction. When they figure out how to get that treat, their brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel accomplished after solving a problem. And here's the interesting part. It's not about the treat itself, it's about earning it. Have you ever noticed how your dog seems more relaxed after figuring something out? Like they're proud of themselves. That's their mind getting exactly the workout it needs. You don't have to buy a new toy every week, just rotate a few and keep the challenges fresh. But here's something you might not have considered. There's a way to give them mental stimulation without a toy in sight, a way that taps into the most powerful sense they have. And it starts the moment you step outside together. 6. Sniffing. During walks. When you take your dog out, do you ever feel the urge to keep moving while they stop to sniff every patch of grass? To you, it might seem like wasting time, but to them, it's how they read the world. Scientists have measured this. Dogs allowed to sniff freely have lower heart rates and more relaxed body language than those kept on a short leash. Their nose is their version of a news feed, a diary, and a neighborhood bulletin board all in one. Imagine if someone rushed you past every book in a library without letting you open a single page. How frustrated would you feel? So, the next time you walk together, loosen the leash. Let them follow their nose and see how their whole body unwinds. But smell isn't the only thing that shapes how your dog feels about you. There's another sense that can strengthen your bond instantly, and it's hidden in the way you speak to them every single day. 7. Speaking in a friendly voice. Have you ever noticed how your dog perks up when you use that warm, slightly higher tone, almost like you're talking to a baby? Scientists at the University of York found that dogs pay more attention and respond more positively to what they call dog-directed speech than to a normal adult voice. That gentle rise in pitch, that sing-song rhythm, it tells them you're safe, you're happy to see them, and they can relax. Think about it. If your voice can either comfort them or confuse them, which would you rather it be? You don't have to fake it. Just let the affection you feel show in the way you speak. Your dog will hear it, and they'll remember how it makes them feel. And while your voice can reassure them in the moment, there's another daily choice you make that shapes their happiness even when you're both asleep. It's about where they lay their head at night and how close they are to you when they do it. 8. Comfortable sleeping space near you. Where your dog sleeps at night does more than keep them warm, it shapes how safe they feel. Research shows that dogs who sleep near their owners have higher oxytocin and lower cortisol, which means more trust and less stress. For your dog, being able to see you, smell you, even just hear your breathing is a signal that the pack is together and everything is okay. Maybe you let them curl up at the foot of your bed, or maybe they have a soft bed right next to yours. Either way, that closeness is like an overnight security blanket for their heart. When was the last time you noticed how quickly they settle when you're nearby? And if they could choose, do you think they'd rather be alone in the dark or next to the person they trust most in the world? But there's a way to make that bond even stronger. Not while they're sleeping, but in the quiet moments when your eyes meet and the connection goes deeper than words ever could. 9. Maintaining eye contact. When your dog looks into your eyes, something remarkable happens inside both of you. Scientists in Japan discovered that just a couple of minutes of gentle, loving eye contact can boost oxytocin in your dog by more than 100% and in you by even more. This is the same hormone that bonds mothers to their babies, the same feeling of deep trust and connection. It's not a stare down, it's that soft gaze they give you when they feel completely safe. Have you ever noticed how their body loosens, their breathing slows when you hold that moment? That's your bond growing in real time. It's a language only the two of you share, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So the next time they look up at you, don't look away too fast. Let them see you seeing them. And while that connection with you is priceless, there's another kind of connection they still need, one you can't give them yourself, but another dog can. And when they get it, their whole world opens up in ways only they understand. 9. Maintaining eye contact. When your dog looks into your eyes, something remarkable happens inside both of you. Scientists in Japan discovered that just a couple of minutes of gentle, loving eye contact can boost oxytocin in your dog by more than 100%, and in you by even more. This is the same hormone that bonds mothers to their babies, the same feeling of deep trust and connection. It's not a stare down, it's that soft gaze they give you when they feel completely safe. Have you ever noticed how their body loosens, their breathing slows, when you hold that moment? That's your bond growing in real time. It's a language only the two of you share, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So the next time they look up at you, don't look away too quickly. Let them see you seeing them, and let that trust sink in. But here's the thing, no matter how much they love you, there's a part of their happiness you can't give them alone. It's something they can only get from another dog, and when they do, it can change their mood, their confidence, and even the way they see the world. 10. Social time with other dogs. No matter how much time you spend together, there are things your dog can only learn and feel from another dog. Scientists at the University of Michigan found that regular positive interaction with other dogs can reduce anxiety, improve social skills, and cut the risk of certain behavior problems by more than half. When your dog plays with a friend, they're practicing body language, play signals, and communication you simply can't replicate. You've probably seen it, that happy bounce in their step after a good play date, the way they seem more relaxed when they get home. When was the last time your dog had that chance? And what would it mean for their confidence if they knew how to handle all kinds of canine conversations? Start small, find a dog they click with, and make it a routine. Because once their social side is thriving, there's another part of their life you can transform, one that happens in their food bowl, and can turn mealtime from predictable to the highlight of their day. 11. Dietary variety. If your dog eats the same thing every single day, you might think you're keeping them safe and healthy, and you are. But scientists have found that dogs can get bored with their food just like we do. In Vienna, researchers noticed that when dogs were given safe, balanced variety in their diet, their mealtime excitement jumped by more than 40%. That tail wagging before the bowl. It got stronger. The focus in their eyes sharper. You don't have to overhaul everything. Just add a few dog-safe vegetables, rotate proteins, or switch between two quality foods. Have you ever noticed how quickly they finish when the flavor is new? And wouldn't you want every meal to feel like a treat without breaking their routine? Because keeping their mind and taste buds engaged at the table is good. But there's another way to challenge their brain that goes beyond food, keeps them sharp for years, and might even slow down the aging process. 12. Learning new skills. Your dog's brain is wired to keep learning no matter their age. Scientists at the Clever Dog Lab found that teaching new tricks for just a few minutes a day helped dogs stay sharper and slowed cognitive decline as they got older. It's not about mastering something complicated, it's the novelty that lights up their mind. Even a simple spin or touch my hand can give them that rush of focus and accomplishment. Have you ever seen the pride in their eyes when they finally get it right? That's their brain thanking you. And here's the thing, you get to share that moment too. Every new skill becomes another thread in the bond you're weaving together. So what's one little thing you could teach them today that they've never done before? Because while learning keeps their mind young, how you teach makes all the difference. And there's a way to do it that not only gets better results, but makes your dog love the process every single time. 13. Positive reinforcement. The way you respond when your dog gets something right can shape how they see the world and how much they trust you. Scientists studying training methods found that dogs rewarded for good behavior had lower stress hormones, higher oxytocin, and were more willing to try new things. Punishment did the opposite, making them hesitant and anxious. Think about it. When you know you'll be praised for your effort, aren't you? More likely to give your best. Your dog is no different. A treat, a kind word, a quick game given within seconds of the behavior turns learning into something they look forward to. Have you noticed how their tail wags faster when they're sure they've done well? That's not just happiness in the moment. It's confidence being built for the future. And once your dog is thriving under your guidance, there's another way to enrich their life by showing them new places to explore, where every step brings fresh sights, smells, and experiences they'll remember. 14. New environments. Your dog's world is only as big as the places you take them. Scientists at the University of Vienna found that dogs who explore new environments once or twice a week become more adaptable and solve problems faster than those who only walk the same routes. A new park, a different trail, even a quiet visit to a pet-friendly store, it's all mental enrichment. Every new smell, texture, and sound adds another layer to their understanding of the world. Have you noticed how their nose works over time in a new place? Or how their ears swivel at unfamiliar sounds? That's their brain firing on all cylinders. You don't need to go far. Sometimes a block in a different direction can make the day feel like an adventure. And here's something even better. Once you've given them that mental lift, you can add a burst of joy and connection by turning the moment into a game you play together, one that works their body, mind, and bond with you all at once. 15. Interactive games. Play isn't just fun for your dog, it's one of the most powerful ways to boost their happiness. Researchers have found that just 15 minutes of interactive games like fetch tug or hide and seek can reduce anxiety and flood their brain with dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. That's the chemical cocktail of feeling good, feeling safe, and feeling connected. When you join in, it's not just about chasing a ball, it's about sharing an experience where you're both fully engaged. Have you ever noticed how they glance back at you mid-game as if to check, "Are you still having fun with me?" That moment is them inviting you deeper into their world. And the best part, you can adapt the game to fit their age, energy, and your space, whether it's a yard or a living room. But sometimes play isn't enough on its own, especially for older dogs or those with sore joints. There's a way to give them physical comfort and emotional calm at the same time, using nothing more than your own hands. 16. Canine massage. A few minutes with your hands can do more for your dog than you might imagine. Veterinary researchers found that regular massage lowers cortisol, eases muscle tension, and improves mobility, especially in older dogs with stiff joints. Long, gentle strokes can calm their whole body, while light kneading in the shoulders or hips can bring relief they can't get any other way. Have you ever felt them sigh or melt into your hands when you hit just the right spot? That's not just comfort, it's trust. You don't need to be a professional. You just need to pay attention to how they respond and go slow. Even 5 minutes can turn into a ritual they look forward to. And the truth is, it's just as calming for you as it is for them. But sometimes what your dog needs most isn't your touch. It's a place they can retreat to when the world feels too loud. A space that tells them they're safe, no matter what's happening outside. 17. Safe, quiet space. Every dog needs somewhere they can go when life gets overwhelming. Researchers studying stress in dogs found that those with a designated safe space, partially enclosed quiet, and filled with familiar scents, showed up to 50% less fear during thunderstorms or when strangers came to the door. To your dog, that corner isn't just a spot in the house, it's their shelter, their control over the chaos. Have you ever noticed how they choose the same hiding place when they're unsure? By making that spot intentional with a soft bed, maybe an old t-shirt that smells like you're telling them, this is yours, and you're safe here. And when they know they can step away on their own terms, they relax more in every other part of life. But safety isn't just about where they can go, it's also about how you interact with them. Because the more you respect their limits, the more they'll open up to you in ways you might not expect. 18. Respecting boundaries. Every dog has their own comfort zone, and learning to read it can change your relationship. Scientists at the University of Lincoln found that when owners respected a dog's signals to pause, like turning their head, licking their lips, or stepping back, stress levels dropped, and over time, the dogs actually became more affectionate. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Have you ever seen your dog approach you more often when they know you won't force the interaction? That's trust being built one choice at a time. By giving them space when they ask for it, you're showing that you listen, and in return, they'll give you more of themselves. It's a quiet kind of love, but it lasts. And when that trust is solid, you can use it to invite them into something deeply satisfying, an activity that lights up more of their brain than almost anything else and taps into instincts older than your bond itself. 19. Nose work activities. Your dog's nose is their superpower, and using it isn't just fun, it's deeply fulfilling. Researchers at the University of California found that scent-based activities activate more areas of a dog's brain than almost any other exercise, especially in the reward centers. That's why after a good sniffing session, they often seem calmer for hours. Have you ever hidden a treat and watched them light up when they find it? In that moment, they're not just playing, they're hunting, problem-solving, and winning. You don't need fancy gear to make it happen. Scatter a few treats in the grass, set up a simple scent trail in your living room, or use a snuffle mat on a rainy day. Every time you do, you're giving them a job they were born to love. And when they've worked that hard, there's one more moment that can seal the day with pure joy. A ritual so small it takes seconds, but done right, it can make them feel secure and loved for the rest of the night. 20. Special greeting ritual. The way you welcome your dog when you walk through the door sets the tone for their whole evening. Researchers in Vienna found that dogs with a consistent positive greeting ritual showed lower stress and fewer signs of separation anxiety. It doesn't have to be loud or over the top. Sometimes a calm, warm hello does more to reassure them than an excited frenzy. Have you noticed how they seem to anticipate your routine, ears perked and body ready, the moment they hear your footsteps? That's because they remember what comes next, and it matters to them. A gentle pet? A favorite toy? A short walk together? It's not the action itself, it's the predictability that makes them feel safe and loved. So what's your ritual? And how would it feel to know that in those first few minutes, you're giving them the emotional security that lasts long after you've put your bag down? Because all these little moments you've just learned, 20 science-backed ways, are really about one big thing: making every day you share the happiest it can be. So now you know your dog's happiness isn't built on one big gesture, but on the small, consistent things you do every single day. From the way you greet them at the door to the moments you let them stop and sniff each choice is a message: you matter to me. And science backs it up. Every tip we've covered is more than just a nice idea, it's a proven way to lower their stress, strengthen their trust, and deepen that bond you already treasure. When you think about it, isn't that what you've wanted all along? To know you're giving them the best life you can, and to feel them give that love right back. But here's the truth: this journey doesn't stop here. Because the more you understand your dog's mind and body, the more ways you'll find to keep them thriving. So take one tip from today, try it, watch how they respond, and then come back for more. And if you're curious about even deeper insights, like the hidden signs your dog gives when they're truly content, stick around, because that's exactly what we'll uncover in the next video.